where we'll be endeavoring in three books. I believe Psalms and Ecclesiastes. We will be talking about what happens uh, when you die from the Old Testament perspective. And my name is Cedric Morgan, the outreach leader here at the Come See Friends Church in Texas City at 916 8th Avenue North, Texas City, Texas 77590. If you don't have a Bible, reach out to us and we will see what we can do to help you obtain a Bible. Also, just allowing God to penetrate your hearts to read and follow along to what would happen after death and what it entails. As we endeavor, we're going to be going to Psalm chapter 1 and highlight two verses there. Then the preceding psalm will be Psalm 30, verse 3. But Psalm 1, 5 and 6 will be talking about the division of the wicked versus the righteousness or the righteous ones. And then in Psalm 30, verse 3, we're going to be looking at from the grave perspective and what the grave entails about the pit. And then Ecclesiastes chapter 9, verse 5, the dead are forgotten. And we will be looking at them three verses, but the root definition for death is separation. Grave, it entails the body, like the body, and then Sheol, meaning that's the soulish part. That will be waiting for judgment. That will be what will be waiting for the judgment of God to judge the good and the bad, in the soul. So as we look at Psalm 1, verses 5 and 6, where I'll be reading the New American Standard Bible, but you can reach out to us. We'll get you one too, so you can help follow along with us while we read this together. As you read in verse 5, therefore the wicked will not stand in the judgment, nor sinners in the assembly of the righteous. So there go the separation, the division is there in verse 5. But going on to verse 6, it says, for the Lord knows the way of the righteous, but the way of the wicked will perish, meaning separation from the presence of God. And that's one of the highlight where that separation entails. Because the scripture says God will never leave nor forsake you. So what will be missing would be the presence of God, meaning separation, meaning we wouldn't have to be able to have communication with him as we would choose. Okay, we're going on to Psalm 30. Psalm 30, verse 3. And we will be talking about Sheol until about the soul. So in verse 3 of Psalm 30, as we get there, by the time we get there and read it together, it says, Lord, you have brought up my soul from Sheol. You have kept me alive that I would not go down to the pit. Okay, and Sheol is a place of destitute, depravity. It's a place of stagnant. That's where your soul would be in it would be suspense, like just in the middle of just nowhere, like the abyss. So that's what we could pick up from here to alleviate what God said, that and it would go down to the pit. And as I conclude with Ecclesiastes chapter 9, verse 5. Ecclesiastes chapter 9, verse 5, we were talking about the dead are forgotten. And in verse 5 it says, for the living knows that they will die, but the dead do not know anything, nor do they have a reward any longer, for their memories is forgotten. So it's like it's like mute. You don't know. So you never awoke to know. So how would you know? And that's what basically I get from that. And if you had read up in like verse 3, it was I would read it just to give us an intel on that. It says, this is an evil in everything that is done under the sun, that there is one fate, Fate, for everyone. Furthermore, the hearts of the sons of mankind are full of evil, and insanity is in their hearts throughout their lives. Afterward, they go to the dead. So it tells that judgment is all you're waiting on, and that's when God comes back. No man knows the hour of the day, when they will be judged or when the Son will return. So it's better to be ready and be prepared to endure that. The daily reminder is fully rely on God, submit to God, have faith and trust in Jesus, seek first God's kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. Read the word daily, but just don't know it. Live it, love it, and obey it. Pray always and about everything. Have a blessing in the reading of the doing and the hearing of God's holy divine word. Thank you. Said it.